Hey, Underground. This is Bree here, back with some more stories this week. And so today you get to hear from Rob. And Rob is part of the Western Edge hub of the Kansas City Underground. He and his wife, Michelle, have seen a spiritual family emerge in their neighborhood. And so today we're going to hear a little series of stories about this one special couple in your neighborhood. So tell us about this couple and how you first encountered them.
Yeah, so there was a older gentleman who I saw in our neighborhood a lot because he walks his dog maybe 5 times a day. And he's obviously retired. And repeatedly, I'd say, "Hello, hey," waved, drive by, do the wave, and
Sure.
he never responded. And I just thought, well, I don't know, something I guess going on there. He doesn't want to say hi. And jump forward, our microchurch family was meeting on a Sunday afternoon, and this gentleman was coming with his dog. And I had leaned next to someone else in our microchurch family. He's actually lived in the neighborhood a lot longer than us. I bet I said hi to him maybe 50 times. And he never says hi. He doesn't even register this. He's legally blind and mostly deaf. She's like, oh, context. And so she actually ran down and got right up in his face and said, hey, there's some people I want you to meet. He's like, okay. He comes up, sits down, we're having some pie, and he's enjoying that thoroughly. And another member in our microchurch family was facilitating that day and explained to him, hey, we're about to dive into the Bible together, do some discovery. Would you like to stay? He said, yes. That was it.
Okay.
And we do the whole discovery, great conversation. He doesn't say a word. And at the end, he said, "Man, I seen you out here. Y'all meeting regularly?" He said, yes, sir. He said, okay, when's the next one? I'll be back with my wife. We're like, okay. So next gathering, they're there, and his wife is very outgoing, and they just jumped in with both feet into the not just our gatherings, but the life of our microchurch family. And about 6 weeks in, at the end of one of our gatherings, she expressed, actually with some tears, she said there was a lot of relational breakdown in their biological family, and they uh, were feeling the isolation or loneliness of that.
Mhm.
And she said, but not anymore. We feel that we have a family again. And everybody's just because it's just been 6 weeks. And she explained how much it's meant to have this embrace. And then she shifted into sort of a grandma mode. She was like, so I want to talk to us about what we're going to do for Thanksgiving this year.
Yes.
She started going through, here's the menu. And we're like, okay, let's go. And
Yes.
she's an amazing cook, an amazing baker. And it's been amazing to watch her put her arm around some of the younger women in our micro church. And also it's been really great to see him connecting to multiple families and more people aware. Hey, just go down right to the curb and get right there.
Yes. Oh, man. One thing that I'm just amazed at is the quickness of
Yeah.
the feeling of family that they received from engaging with you guys. And I think that's something that we see often is people are seeking relationships, they're seeking family. And a
Hmm.
lot of times biological family is difficult, and
Hmm.
so to get to kind of choose, hey, I want to engage with this other family and see and be accepted, that's a beautiful thing. Yay. All right, well, let's fast forward because that was a few years ago. And
Hmm.
so then now they're still a part of the spiritual family, but you guys well, they went through a little bit of a crisis and you saw your family rally.
Yeah. It was when we had the big storm a couple months ago. Um, the tree in their yard basically just split in half and fell down into their next door neighbor's yard, which that's a family. It's part of our micro church as well. And So they had sent photos down around 8:30, and by 9, there's probably 10, 12, maybe 15 of our microchurch family there with chainsaws, like ants at a picnic, and uh, and we literally had it completely cut up and piled up 11:30, and then everyone came back over to our house, and we had a cookout, and then you know people were there at about 4:30. It was just a day of like, this is our family, and
Yeah.
and we're living in this kind of community, where the needs are met and the burden is lighter and the joy is deeper. And we had a new couple that moved in, and they came to one gathering, and then they came to a party, and there was a baptism at that. And this kind of summarizes it. So they'd only been in the neighborhood 2 or 3 weeks, and at the end of that gathering, she's probably 24. She said, "The love." And she's like, "The love in this neighborhood. We hit the jackpot moving in here."
Yeah.
And it just made me think of Jesus saying again, like, that people will believe when they see how you love one another.
Yeah.
It's the greatest apologetic is actually an extended spiritual family, um, living in everyday gospel community. So yeah, it was just one of those moments where, and we're really imperfect, and we've had like fights and lots of challenges and betrayals, like every other family. But we stay together. We work through it, and that was one of those moments you're like, well, if this was in every network and neighborhood, it would actually change the city.
Absolutely. Yay. Thank you, Rob, for sharing about these little stories from your spiritual family. I know there's a million more, and we pray a million more blessings
Amen.
on your little family and all the other microchurch families and ones that we don't even know yet that are just kind of brewing and emerging. So thanks for sharing
Thank
today.
you.